Combination is a selection of elements in which the order of the selection is what it's saying, not section, is not taken into account. So a committee of 9 people chooses 3 people to be president, vice president, and secretary. Does the outcome of these 3 people in which they're picked give you a different outcome? Do they have jobs? Yeah, if you're picked first, you're the president. Second, you're the vice president. And third, you're the secretary. Does order matter? Yeah. So you would go 9P3. Because I have 9, it's a permutation order matters 3. So we're going to type that into our calculator. So you know where that factorial symbol is? That's where we're going to find the P. So we're going to go 9 math over to probability where we find the factorial, but we're going to pick number 2. Bless you, 3. So 9P3 is 504. The way you can represent 9P3 as well is with blanks. What does this mean? Bless you. This is the number of blanks, and this is the number I start with. So I have 3 jobs, correct? President, vice president, secretary. How many options do I have for the president? 9. Then 8. Why did it go down by 1? Because that person is the president, right? 8, 7. This is also 504. So if you're ever doing a combination question and you're putting blanks, question yourself, because that means you're giving it order and you're making it a permutation. The next example, however, is a committee of 9 people chooses 3 people to form a 3-person subcommittee. You're picked first, second, or third. Does it change your outcome? No. So it's a combination, and I would go 9C3. Type that in, because order doesn't matter. It's going to be a much smaller number when order doesn't matter. Everyone's typing into their calculator to know where it is. So 9 math over to probability, number 3, and then 3. $84. So it's much smaller amount. And the reason why is order doesn't matter which way you're picked. So if order doesn't matter, you're going to get less results. So C's are smaller. So the number of combinations of n elements taken R at a time can be represented by that formula. That formula is on your formula sheet. It's literally the NPR formula divided by R factorial. When have we ever seen when we divide by an R factorial or by some sort of factorial? Where did that just happen? Yeah. When you have multiple of the same letters or multiple of the same objects, right? Like beginner had 2 G's, 2 N's, because it was spelled wrong, had 2 G's, 2 N's, and 2 E's, right? So we divided by 2 factorial. So why is the NPR formula just the NPR formula with an R factorial on the bottom? Because it's all of these cases divided by the places where the order doesn't matter. So this is the thing you need to know. On your formula sheet, it says NCR is the same as NR. So you know how we just did the NC3 thing, or the 9C3 thing, correct? They're telling me that in the multiple choice answers, instead of writing 9C3, they could just give you the multiple choice answer like this, 9, 3. That means 9C3. It's on your formula sheet, right here, NCR and R. So sometimes they just write it as 9-3 like that. Okay, same thing as 9C3. Now some people say, well, what if both of those are on the multiple choice? They both can't be on the multiple. There's the same answer, 9C3 and 9-3 in those brackets. That is 9C3, right? Can't get both those answers. They both be correct. But I just want you to know that with the brackets, it can pop up. So we're going to show that 10C4 equals 10C6 using the formula. So this is your formula. It's NCR equals n factorial over n minus r factorial. So we're going to show that those two are actually equal. So 10C4, we're going to do this one first. If it's NCR, if that's how the formula works, then this is n and this is r, right? And then we're just going to fill it into this formula here. So I go n factorial. Well, n happens to be 10 on that one, right? So I'm going to go 10 factorial over, there's going to be an equal sign because we're going to run that one, the 10c6 down the right-hand side. Now it's n minus r factorial. So it's going to be 10 minus r is now 4 factorial. So I'm just filling in n's and r's, right? N is 10, r is 4. And then I have r factorial. So I'm going to go 4 factorial again. And then I just math it. So I'm going to get 10 factorial over what's 10 minus 4? So I'm going to get 6 factorial, 4 factorial. I'm going to stop there. I'm not even going to get an answer. Just going to stop there. Could I put it in my calculator and get an answer? Sure, I'm not even going to. Do you see that how I got to that though, everyone? Right, Alec? Okay. So we're going to look at the right-hand side now. The only difference is r is actually 6 instead of 4, right? So the n is still 10. So we're going to fill it in on this side. So we're going to go 10 factorial over n minus r. So 10 minus 6 factorial. 6 factorial. So I'm going to get 10 factorial over 4 factorial, 6 factorial, and then I'm going to stop. Could I type it into my calculator and get an answer? Yeah, I just have my denominator brackets. Are those the same? Is 6 factorial times 4 factorial the same as 4 factorial times 6 factorial? If that's complicated, think of it as 2 and 3. Is 2 times 3 the same as 3 times 2? Commutative property of multiplication. I can go this way, I can go this way, multiply the same thing, right? 4 times 2, 2 times 4, same thing. So that's why these are the same, is because this is actually dividing by the same number if I put them together. We agree? So if I look at 10C4 and 10C6, can anyone see a pattern of how I got these? What's the difference between those?
6.
What's the difference between those? 4. The difference is each other, correct? And because the formula has a difference in here, and then the number repeated, the difference between 10 and 6 is 4, and then 6 repeats. The difference between 10 and 4 is 6, and then 4 repeats. It only works with C's. So say there's 28 of you. I don't even know how many there are. I'm going to say there's 28. There's 28 of you, and I want to choose a committee of 5 people. I'm not giving you anything, no jobs, just you all are on the committee, you 5 or you're not. So if you pick first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, is it changing your outcome? You just get to be on the committee or not. It doesn't, so it's a C, right? But they don't actually have this as an answer on your diploma. They have another answer. It's 28C what? 23. How'd you get that? What did you do it for math?
Minus numbers.
You just minus these two numbers, right? You went 28C or 28 minus 5, which is 23. Okay, I'm going to give you another one. What if I give you 12? There's 12 people and I'm choosing a committee of 6 people. That's a bad example. Why is that a bad example?
It's the same thing.
Because it's the same thing. Bad difference. Okay, 12C4. What does that equal? 12C what? 8. Because it's the difference between these. Type them both into your calculator. Type in 12C6 or 12C4 and hit enter. And then type in, wow, 12C8. Type them both in to prove that I'm actually not lying to you.
Believe you.
Type it in.
Believe you.
It only works with C's. It does not work with P's. Don't give me like 12P4 is the same as 12P8 is not. You need to type it in and prove that to yourself. What is 12C4 the same as? Yeah, but what's the answer, sorry? 495. So both of these are 495, right? Proving that to be correct. All right. Let's go down here. Here we have a student must sign 3 different books out of the library to read for her English class. She has always returned her books on time, so she's allowed to take all 3 books out at once. How many ways can this happen? Does the order in which she signs those 3 books out matter? She's going to go up, she's going to walk up to the librarian, she's like, can I take these 3 books out? The librarian's going to go, beep, 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 or beep, 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 Or bleep, bloop, bloop. Does it make a difference how she bleep, bloop, bloops them? No. She bleep, bloop, bloops them, and then she hands it back to you. You put them in your backpack and you walk off. Correct? So that people will start doing blanks. If you're doing blanks, why does it keep switching? If you're doing blanks, the moment you do this, you're giving it order. Do I have order to this? No, so no thank you. The only way I can show no order is with a C, correct? How many did I have to choose from originally when she walks up to the librarian? How many does she have? 3. And she takes out how many? 3. Type that into your calculator. What is 3C3? Does that make sense? When you walk up to the library and you handed her all 3 of your books, she went beep, boop, boop, she handed them all back to you, put them in your backpack. How many ways can you do that? 1, you walk up, she hands it back to you, put them in your backpack, you walk off. There's no other way, right? There's one way. So that's why this results in a 1. This one says, another student must sign 3 different books out of the library to read for her English class. She is in bad standing with the library and can only take out 1 book at a time. How many different ways can she sign out the books? So she can only take 1 out at a time, so she's giving it order, right? This is the first time she goes to the library. This is the second time she goes to the library. This is the third time she goes to the library. And ultimately, how many books is she taking out in the end? 3. How many options does she have the first time she goes to the library to check out a book?
3.
She has 3. Then she takes 1 out, correct? She reads it. She hands it back, and the librarian's like, okay, you can take out the next one. How many does she have left for the second one now? Second visit? 2, then 1. Now remember, if it goes down like this by 1 each time, you can go, this number is the first number. This is going to be your N. So I have 3, P, and then the blanks represent your R. The number of blanks represent your R. So how many blanks are there? 3. And this is also going to come out as 6. I want you guys to try this one. 3 students from a class of 10 are chosen to go on a school trip. And how many ways can they be selected? So I'm picking 3 from 10. So I need to decide, is it 10C3 or 10P3? Does order matter or not matter? If I picked first, second, or third, is my outcome any different? No. So what is it? C. 10C3 is what? What's the answer? 120? Then the next one says 3 students from a class of 10 are to be chosen to go on a school trip. The first gets to go to Germany, the second chosen gets to go to Toronto, and the third chosen gets to go to Walmart and Okotoks. How many ways can the students be selected? Does the order in which you're picked of the 3 matter now?
Yes.
Yes. So it would be 10P3, or you could literally go, okay, well, this is to go to Germany, and this is to go to Toronto, and this is to go to Walmart. Well, there's 10 options to go to Germany, then someone gets to go to Germany, right? Then 9, then 8. Both of these will result in the same answer. What is it? 720.
Yep.
Okay. Then flipping over. Example 4. So here we have the athletic council decides to form a subcommittee of 7 council members. So we need 7 council members in the end, right? To look at how funds raised should be spent on sports activities in school. There are 15 athletic council members, so there's 15 total. Of the 15, 9 are male, 6 are female. Now it says the subcommittee must consist of exactly 3 females. What does exactly 3 females mean if I need a 7-person subcommittee? What are they indirectly telling you?
That wouldn't matter.
The 7-person subcommittee doesn't have jobs, so this is a combination, right? But what does exactly 3 females mean when I tell you have to have 7 council members? What are they indirectly telling you? There has to be exactly 3 females. What is that indirectly telling you about males? There's 4. So exactly 3 females means 3 females and 4 males. Because I need 7 people, and I'm not allowed to have more than 3 females. I have to have exactly 3. You guarantee getting females by choosing them from females, and they'll do this with like golf clubs. They'll do drivers from drivers, and irons from irons, and they'll do presidents from presidents, or principals from principals, and teachers from teachers, and students from students, right? That's how you can guarantee getting a teacher, choosing it from a teacher, and then it would be a C. How can you guarantee getting a student, choosing it from the students, right? You wouldn't choose it from the whole group of people and possibly get a principal, right? So, how many females were there?
3.
Nope. 6. And then choosing how many? Why is it a C? Because order doesn't matter because there's no jobs for those committee members, right? Then males, there are 9, and I choose 4. Do I need 3 females or 4 males, or do I need 3 females and 4 males? And, so I multiply. Remember, and means multiply. So type that in. You don't need brackets. You can type it in just like that no matter what calculator you have. What do you get? What? Okay, the next one says, in how many ways can the subcommittee be selected if Bruce, the male football coach, must be included? So he's counted as one of the males, right? So I still need 3 females and 4 males. This is true. How can I guarantee getting Bruce? Choosing from all the males? Would that guarantee getting Bruce if I chose from all the males? No, where would I have to choose from? Yeah, just Bruce himself. If I want Bruce, I have to choose him from Bruce. So if I want Bruce, it's going to be 1C1. Take Bruce, choose Bruce, right? And I still need 3 females. So I choose that from all the females, which is 6. And I need what still? How many males? 3 males. Why not 4? Because we already chose Bruce, and Bruce is a male. How many am I choosing from? 8. Why not 9? Because I've already chose Bruce. So type that in. What do we get? Anyone get that? Sorry?
1100.
Okay, we're going to come back to cards tomorrow, but we're going to flip past it for now. You guys trying this, number 5. It's 2 pages ahead. I actually want you to go backwards. I also want you to try 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 5. 1, 2, and 5.